First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to the true and living power, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bashai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true name of His only begotten Son, and there is no God beside them. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who definitely rule well, and honest citations to the hopeful elect, the Wadati Habashim Shai, for another lesson. Okay, so I want to get into this news article here, and then, get some scriptures to, ultimately to exhort the hopeful elect to continue to stay strong for the true and living power, Yahweh, His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. As we can see, as we have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, which is a beautiful blessing. So anyway, this news article here says a Georgia Army veteran faces deportation after 50 years in the United States. Thank you for your service should mean something. Okay. And he was a veteran, all right, as it says. But this just goes to show, keyword service. Serving your country, putting your life on the line for your country. Like I believe it was his wife that said, or it might have been his daughter in this quote. It says should mean something. But when your service is to, the wicked, aka Edom, of course it doesn't mean nothing. Now, I'm going to get a little bit into the article and then get some scriptures, but I want to get some scriptures lined up too before I forget. Alright, want to get that lined up. But real quick, just to get into, what happened. It's crazy. A veteran getting treated like this. It's because he's a Jake. Alright, I really want to get to the point. I already read it myself. As you can see, another article here is entitled Army Veteran with Decades in the United States Faces Deportation After ICE Detention Denied Emergency Stay. Here it is. Here's the main point I wanted to get as to what happened. Wade's path to deportation began on September 13th, 2025, when he was pulled over for failing to use a turn signal in Conyers. So a lot of these things, man, Jake be bringing it on themselves. I mean, that's like the epitome of how the story of Israel goes, man. We always bring it on ourselves, and then Yahweh Shai allows, the devil to do his thing to make it all worse. If you just abide by the laws, your ass would be better off. So it's not like he's innocent in this. I mean, he kind of is. But the whole point is you should have some type of leeway, man. When you're at service for your country, which is what this whole lesson is about to be about. And flip it on our side. That's to where we will be rewarded for our service. As far as, teaching the 100% truth and doing the works of the Lord. All right, so it says he was arrested for driving without a license. So see that? Come on, Jake bringing on them fucking selves, man. I wonder why you didn't have a license, because you already knew you would probably get your ass turned in. So it says soon after, ICE detained him due to a 2014 removal order stemming from a 2007 bounce check and a 2006 simple assault charge. See? You want to hold some shit against us from 2006. Almost 20 years ago, you still want to hold us to some shit, man. But then they get mad when we hold them. Because 20 years ago is like another life, man. You know? You're not the same person from 20 damn years ago. Alright, that's like another life by now. But you still want to hold it to us. So with the Most High being on his time, it's still holding it to y'all. And when we make mention of it, you guys get upset. So fuck you guys, man. It says, according to his attorney, the assault involved a domestic argument where a glass of milk was spilled and pots and pans were knocked to the floor. No physical violence was ever alleged. Wade paid the bounce check and related fines in full. See that, man? So a domestic argument, that means that it was probably his wife. Wife calling the cops on him and, you know, getting him in trouble. Alright, and it's simple assault, but that's the thing about it, man. Is what goes on in the man's house is his business. Alright? And then as a veteran, there should be some leeway, but the point is, this dude isn't innocent. Alright? He's bringing it in on himself with all this stupid shit. So 2014, he had a removal order. He was supposed to show up to court. Never did. It says right here, Wade's attorney said the removal order was issued when Wade did not show up for a 2014 hearing he was never notified of. Court records show hearing notices sent to an address used by ICE were returned as undeliverable. Wade was unaware of the removal order until his arrest, which is probably bullshit because you're driving without a license. If you knew you wasn't guilty, you would just go get your license, man. So Jake is not innocent in this. But the whole point is still, even still, with him not being innocent in this, you know, not showing up for court and cashing on bounce checks. The assault, that's definitely nobody's business. So that shouldn't even be a thing. But as you can see, it says there wasn't no physical violence in it. And the overall point is just, she said it best, man. Thank you for your service should mean something. Alright? So without further ado, you know, I'm going to get the scriptures to show. This is why you don't pledge or show loyalty or put your life on the line for the wicked. If you do that for the Lord instead, we actually will be rewarded. We actually will be honored. You know, we actually will be held in high regard. Alright? So I'm not saying, one quick thing before I get the scriptures, not saying like just because you're a veteran gives you a license to kill, give you a license to sin. But in this case right here, he really didn't do nothing wrong. So that's fucked up, man. So he should definitely have been able to, use his weight, throw his weight around as far as being a veteran to, secure his place here, all right, in the States, even though this is not where you want to be at anyway. So without further ado, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. Okay? And it says, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. See? So this is how the devil moves, man. All right? This is how a wicked man moves. He'll use you for his own profit and be your best friend. But once you go against what's for his profit, every single thing that you did for him, for his profit, all the profit that you did do for him, it all amounts to nothing. He's going to forsake you. He's not going to regard how much you did for him. You know? He's not going to honor you, hold you in esteem, man. Go to show he has no loyalty except for to his profit. And in key words, his profit. All right, so you're not getting nothing out of that profit. It's his profit. And that's why I wanted to flip it towards us serving the Lord, our service to the Lord. It's, when it comes to the Lord, it's almost like it's our profit, because Yahweh Shai is going to share with us. That's why, like the Apostle Paul said, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for your own profit. Let me get that real quick. 1 Corinthians 7:35. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. Okay, so we have our own profit as well within this ministry as Yahweh Shai. Let me search it real quick. Romans 8:17. And if children, of course you can start up, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, right, with the Messiah, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. See? We're going to be glorified with Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, under Yahweh Shai. So if we endure to the end, we are going to be, we're going to be really good, man. Unlike with Esau, who has no structure, there's nothing but backstabbers. This is why you don't want to serve Edomites. Okay? 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. See? So the work that we do, the service that we do to Yahweh Bashem Shai and the Lord's brotherhood is not in vain. It will never be in vain, man. It's going to pay off. Unlike Buddy here, his service did not pay off. His service did not pay off. He really didn't do nothing crazy, man, to deserve this. All right. The assault, that's his business. That's nobody's business, man. What goes on under a man's roof. Okay, so long as it's in righteousness. You don't want moles. Right? Then that becomes the Lord. Then that becomes business, because they got to get out of there. All right. But something like that, man. So he wasn't able to cash in on his labor. But us, we will be able to cash in on our service to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So long as we endure to the end. Alright, and let me get this is Sirach 26 and 28. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry, a man of war that suffereth poverty. See? That grieves the Lord's heart. A man of war that suffers poverty. So, here it is. He's in America. It's supposed to be one of the richest nations. So, for you to send him back to Jamaica, that's like sending him back into, pretty much into poverty, man. You send him to somewhere where somewhere lesser. It's almost like the same concept, man. You're pretty much just doing him dirty. And that grieves the Lord's heart. So we can be assured of that. If we be men of war, you know, in the spirit, we won't have to suffer poverty, man. We won't have to get done dirty when it's all said and done. You know, so that's pretty much it. Just this is like a feel good. So, hey, to take from the Christian church, feel good. This is like a lesson to help us feel better about serving the Lord, because it will pay off. Look what happens when you serve Esau. So who's the joke really on, man? All right, not us. So little one, this is edifying. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.